All right, check. Ready to go. Ready, Jordan? Jordan, hello? Jordan? Hello? Check. Jordan. Hello. Yeah. Okay. All right. We are here. Jordan. Does Jordan have headphones in? What? Hello? Jordan. Back, Jordan. There. A little more commanding. All right. Welcome in, everybody. I really enjoy your streams and the energy you bring. I'd love to connect more personally. Would you mind adding me on Discord so we can chat outside Twitch? I'm assuming you're a bot, because who does that? Thanks for the view, bot. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the weekly album review stream. We have 2 EPs and 1 full-length album to review. Got everything ready. So we've got Face Yourself EP, President EP, and Dying Wish. So got everything ready here. Let me get ready to take a nice sip of G Fuel. Use code Metalcore for 20% off. I'll be having another G Fuel giveaway in October, 23rd, 24th, whatever Friday before Halloween. So stay tuned on that. All right, we've got everything ready to go, lined up.
Oh, hold on, the car shop is calling me.
Okay, let's double check here. I'll mute Jordan.
Hello.
Let me double check the track listings on these. Legend in San Antonio.
Yeah, apparently.
Is that it? That was fast.
No, I had to go get my car.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Before they close at 6.
Oh, all right.
It's literally like 2 minutes down the street.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'll listen to this Face Yourself one by myself then.
Fuck. I wanted to hear that one.
That sucks. You get to listen to the shitty president one.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'll be right back, I guess.
Just leave your stream on so I'll just cover your camera up. Because it's gonna mess up my like. Or no, I guess it won't. You can turn it off.
All right, I'll be back, I guess.
All right. All right. Well, me. Guess we're gonna review this one by myself. Welcome in, Isaiah Ramirez. How's it going? All right. So one EP, two EPs, then Dying Wish. So I'm gonna be doing Face Yourself first by myself. Jordan's car fucked up the other day. It's in a shop. Now Jordan has to go pick it up before the weekend at the worst possible time. So all right. Face Yourself. Let's see. Wet Dreams, Fractures, Carousel. Fractures. Okay. All right, here we go. All ready? Check. Okay. Going well, just working, hope all is good. I mean, you know, it's all pretty much the average. Interesting snare sound. Almost like a kickball or dodgeball. No, everything's all right. We're just trucking. I wonder what the lyrics are to this. Is this a dirty song? It's called Wet Dreams. Taco Bell. Yeah, that is actually more along the lines. So far, I mean, you know, solid deathcore. You don't ever hear about this band a lot, A little bit of Lorna in there. Oof. Face Yourself is sick. I've been on the rival MySpace stuff for grind lately. Hell yeah. What was the one? I think my favorite one of this year was Instinctive. They put out an EP. It's very much like As Blood Runs Black style deathcore. little bit of a spike vocals. Are you late? Second track out of 5. Halfway through the second track. The Amulet EP? No, I have not heard about that one. Two songs? What is that, a fucking single? Who was the feature on this? Is that the guy from... Did he say Crystal Lake? Is that new vocalist from Crystal Lake? Or did it just sound like that's what he said? I don't know. Jesus Christ. You're wearing a Unity t-shirt? Hold on, let me go back. It looked like he was wearing a Unity t-shirt. Yeah, that's Unity TX. Shout out Unity. There. That was a crazy song. I'll probably put that in my track highlights. I've heard stuff from the Reverent Band. I haven't listened to Victim Thing though. A little bit of a melodic kind of. That's really interesting. A little bit of a symphonic. Well, there's a wide range of like styles in this album so far. I haven't listened to the Katie Went Missing either. I mostly listen to only whatever comes out on, whatever we listen to on stream. So I've got a growing list of shit that I have to listen to before the end of the year. Being blamed as the deathcore revival band for line the metalcore inspired Ricky stuff like in Blood and Black. Okay, yeah, I was just telling Isaiah Ramirez of that of a Instinctive EP that came out earlier this year. Jesus Christ. This girl is nuts.
The sky splats with screams and red.
They'd say they do the like. There's definitely vocal, like wankery, but it's definitely better done than Lorna Shore stuff is like very predictable. Every song he's gonna roll his R's. He's gonna do the. It's just, I don't know. It's so weird though, because you never, like, I know this band. I've done a few of their EPs, but they don't really ever get mentioned. Like, they're not, I don't know what it is, because they're good. They just not get enough marketing. Well, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they don't tour enough. Aren't they from like the UK or something? I don't remember. Or are they from here? I don't know. Why link to the Sumerian? Never mind, I clicked the wrong one. I think there might be two in between deathcore and like Warnercore. I can see that. Deathcore New York. No, they're from New York. That's just so annoying. They need some better tours or something. I wonder what their. Let's see what their TikTok looks like. Houston.
Shut the gates of their
Yeah, I thought they weren't from here either. That's what I was. Maybe the girl is French or something. Maybe they're from Canada. Maybe she's from Canada. All right, last track. I'm looking up on Instagram on my phone. I'm not logged in on my computer. Let me look. I don't want to take away from the music video, so I keep looking on my phone. Okay, so the band is from New York. The vocalist is from France and moved to the U.S. for the band. Her name is Yasmine Liverno Belthoja. I don't know how to say that last name. That is married to the dude from Crown Magnetar. I've seen that band a lot. Back in like Killer's Tacos. Drummers Eric DiCarlo shot Bonnie Snatcher's music videos. He made Square Up Studios. Okay. Yeah, I know that name. I think they had a post about him on their Instagram. I was just looking at too. I think they said he did the Into the Hellfire, the Lorna Shore music video as well. Hold on, sorry, Jordan's texting me. What the fuck? So Jordan's car is fucked up it was in the shop and they called and said to come pick it up. And Jordan said they just got there and it wasn't even like ready. So guess Jordan might missed out on President. That's like that's the big album. That's the album of the year, guys. Come on. All right. So Jordan's not here, so I'm reviewing this by myself. Just a little awkward because I'm not used to it, but you think I would be because I've had a YouTube review channel for 5 years. So let's switch to review mode. This okay. As you can see, here's I found this at a I tried so hard to listen to President, but it's impossible for me to. Oh, I know, but I have to review it. It's like the big thing. So found this CRT at a garage sale for $15. Could not pass it up. I mean, I don't have one, so I needed one anyways, but all right. Face Yourself is the name of this EP. It is Fury. Okay. All right. So do we just listen to the new EP from Face Yourself entitled Fury? So my co-host is not currently here, so I'm going to be reviewing it by myself. I'm just going to talk about it for a minute, tell you my thoughts, and come back around and give you my rating for my on-the-spot first listen unscripted album review. So Face Yourself is a band I have reviewed I'd say several times before. They put out a lot of EPs. I find that strange. They may have put out a full length, but I know that it's all I've ever seen is EPs. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Because I would like to see a full length from this band. The negative. But because wow, I thought this was fucking great. I don't know what it is about this band that they don't get a lot of recognition. Like, I know this band. I've enjoyed the music for the past, like, I don't know what, 3 years that I've seen them putting out stuff, and they just don't get like brought up a lot. They don't get talked about a lot. Like, they get talked about, it's like just enough, but like not enough. So I don't know what it is. They need some better marketing, maybe get on some different tours or something. Better, I don't know, make some TikToks. I don't fucking know. I know they do have some stuff, but they just don't. I think they deserve a lot more because they do so much good here. Huge production, great production. They do a lot of like the cool, like, a lot of it's the kind of like token stuff that you expect, but also it's like the stuff that you want from deathcore. Like, they have like the kickball, or as one of my viewers called it, the Taco Bell snare, and it had a little bit more of a ping to it than you normally hear. But they use it like during like some of the breakdowns and stuff. Lots of different change ups like that. I feel like even track to track, they change styles. Like, I think that was the second or third track is like very close to like Lorna Shore style, very symphonic, big sounding. And then there's other ones that are like straight up like beat down tracks. There's lots of like, and even that said, I mean, there's lots of like high energy, lots of like really fast paced stuff. A lot of like cool, like hardcore moments. Like, she does a lot of the cool, vocal flexes, like the ooh, that kind of shit. Oh, all the cool little like shout outs that bands like to do, right before a breakdown. So like I said, a lot of it is like very token, but they do everything in such like a peak way. Like, I think even the symphonic stuff that's like similar to Lorna Shore, I think they do better than Lorna Shore, because Lorna Shore's breakdowns are like, just feel like so tacked on. They slow down so much. It's just like, he does the same like, vocal snarls every time. But with this band, they change up every breakdown. Every breakdown is different. They'll change the timing or something, do different kind of vocal styles in there. It doesn't feel like they're just trying to show off. Like, it feels like it's part of the song. I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, it's an EP. That is one thing that I don't like about this band is just like maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just need a fucking album. Bands, a lot of bands put out just EPs, and I don't think it's like ever quite enough to really get you there. I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe I found the secret because there's a lot of like the Angel Statue bands that just put out fucking EPs, and yeah, you hear about them, but like what you came out with 5 songs, think like cool. So yeah, I'd like to see them commit to a full length or something. But let me hit on some other notes real quick. Production, like I said, production's huge. You hear everything that this band does. The guitars like sounds like, even when it gets like super down tuned and low, like it still like punches. Same with the bass. Bass is super strong. There's some really cool like bass solos in the song Fractures. That was one of my favorites. Um, let's see what else. Vocal production, like I said, vocals are right up front. Um, Wide range of vocal styles. There's just wide range of everything in this, which is I think is like really cool. I think everything that they did here is peak, to be honest. And honestly, I think better than the other Face Yourself EPs that I've listened to. So, um, let me see. Rating wise, damn, I'd be hard pressed not to give this a 10. I think, maybe you could say there's not like a theme or anything. I don't know. There's not really there's like no negatives. I think everything is pretty spot on other than it's an EP and it pisses me off that it's an EP. So I mean, huge fucking breakdowns, huge speed sections. There's just a wide range. There's everything you want in deathcore in this. Um, she does some crazy vocals. Like there's parts where she sounds like Will Ramos. There's parts where she sounds like fucking Mitch. There's parts where she sounds like Spite. Like wide range from like one person is crazy in my opinion. So I think they deserve a lot of recognition. I'm gonna give it a 10. I think this is a 10. For an EP, I think it deserves that. Because this was just like there was so many parts where I was just like, holy shit. Definitely deserves some recognition. Give me a full length next time. Stop putting out EPs, damn it. But other than that, yeah, great stuff. 10 out of 10 for me. Too bad Jordan's not here. Jordan would probably agree. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know your thoughts on the album and your rating. We can talk about it. Don't forget to come by our live streams that we do every Friday night, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Usually on Twitch, sometimes also on YouTube, which is where we are right now as well, streaming to both. So yeah, we'll see you then. Old Ed Mike signing off, reminding you, never too old for this. All right. Carry the Spark said, yeah, President is trash. Everyone loves it though. Blows my mind. I don't. We'll get there. I listened to like 2 tracks and of like singles that came out, and I haven't listened to the others because I was avoiding it. And then of course I'm glad I did because it's an EP with 1 extra song out of the singles. So I'm gonna shit talk that as well. Yeah. Yeah, that was really good. 10 out of 10. Let's see what Jordan said before I start this next album here. What's the status? All right, let's pull up this president nonsense. Presidente. It's so crazy to me that they put out a fucking EP. Oh, I guess it's 2 extra tracks. I don't know. Because this one, Fearless, I think you just try. Let me look. No, there's 4. Yeah, so they put out 4 music videos, 2 new songs. And so for a band, it's like they rushed everything. Because all this shit they came out like this year and they got on that festival, banged out fucking 6 songs. It was like, all right, we're good. Jordan says on the way. Okay, we'll wait. We'll stall. President one of those industry plants? Yes. It actually is. So the singer, if you haven't been following like all the stuff, so I was very excited for this band to come out because I like the Sleep Token style stuff. I liked the aesthetic from their hype, like before they put out music. I thought it was like an interesting thing. Um, and then let me ask Jordan how long. So the guy is from what's his name? Charlie Simpson. He's like a famous UK singer. Apparently everybody knows who the fuck he is. I didn't know who he was. However, I actually did know who he was because he does a couple songs with a band called Gunship, which is it's synthwave. It's completely separate. And I'm a big synthwave fan, so he did vocals in that. He had like a pop punk style band that's really big called fucking something I can't remember off the top of my head. And so the lore is they came out, they started teasing, and I've been wanting to do like a whole like YouTube video about it because it's so fucking bullshit and annoying. Like how much they rode on the waves of Sleep Token. Because the first video, their first teaser that they put out was like a TikTok, like short, Instagram short. Jordan's about to be here any second now. They put out a TikTok short and it literally uses like the same there's just like they play like 2 chords of like it's like a piano or something, and it's literally like the same progression of like the start of one of the Sleep Token songs. And so a lot of people were like, oh shit, is this like some kind of like cool Sleep Token like related thing? Is it like so I thought that was like kind of cool when it came out, and then they finally put out their song and it was fucking whatever. But yeah, they got on, I think it was Download Festival before they even put out any music, and it was literally just because the singer is that Charlie Simpson guy who has like connects. So they were a band with no music on, like, basically I don't think they were headlining, but they were like up at the top of Download Festival. Yes, it is quite literally an industry plant band that's the answer to Sleep Token. Oh, there's Jordan right there.
Oh, god damn it. Why?
What did it do?
The brightness. Every time I open the camera back up, the brightness resets.
There you go. Welcome back. Did you get your car?
Yeah. Just shy of $1,000 later.
Oh my god.
Apparently, I blew my master cylinder, and that was a hard part for them to get for my car. So
The fuck?
yeah, my brakes were fucked,
Damn.
but they're nice and tight now.
How we like it. Anyways, you missed it. I gave the Face Yourself a 10 out of 10. So
Fuck.
you'll have to listen to it on your own time, I guess. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, okay. On to President. Goddamn band, man. I'm so it's so fucking annoying that I was already telling them about it. So this Industry Plant band came out with 4 music videos, and then their big release was a fucking EP with 2 more songs. It was literally like 4 songs most people have already heard. Like, holy shit. Damn,
Band
Streamlabs,
isn't
calm
even
down.
that good. Like, fuck.
Yeah. A lot of people are fucking sucking the dick though. So let me see the name of the father, Fearless, Rage, Destroy Me. So at least the first 4 songs are the music videos, and then you get 2 extra ones at the end. So we'll see. All right. So the name of the father, Fearless, Rage. Here we go. Burb likes their music, but always laughs, makes fun of them because of the I think you should leave. I got too much shit on me. He even looks like it's hard to sing in that thing.
What the fuck is that? I should have flipping out right now.
We all choose to find hope. Because hope is choosing to find meaning in a meaningless world.
Is it working? You want me to pause it?
Wait, play it again so I can see. There we go.
Did I? Let me see. Did I do a reaction to this song? I feel like I did, but man, I had the video popped off, 15K views. It's been 5 months since I did that goddamn video. My house burned down. I guess I didn't do it. I think I planned on it and then I just ended up not.
You gotta change the title on the stream. The PUBG.
To what?
The title of the stream says PUBG Battleground. So.
Why, it doesn't say it on my end. Yeah, see? It
I'm
says-
talking about on Twitch.
Oh, like the I know what you're talking about. Category. My bad.
I can't hear you yet.
What a fucking like like that, just that last part he does this little and then it ends. this. I also think it's weird that they named themselves president and then they just didn't do like anything. Like, I don't know. I feel like they didn't play on that at all. They just put out normal music.
Literally just SEO. Everyone could be searching up president.
Yeah.
Okay. This is another fucking box made for it.
I also don't like that the way they say fearless. It sounds AI generated. I swear to God. It doesn't like. There's not like a enunciation to it. It's really weird. If you hear him say it again, just listen to it. It's like they don't say the less part. It's like fearless. Weird.
Auto-tune is annoying.
So let me double check something.
Forgiveness is a strength I'm yet to learn. I can't bury my head under the sand and hope it makes me feel less. How do I pretend to tell me it'll make sense in the end? I can't lie to myself and fuck with my health. I just wanna be fearless, fearless, fearless.
Wow, the same structure over again. That's wow.
Shit.
Okay, you take the mask off like we know who you are.
So I don't remember. I think that's not even like the same guy, like the guy that
yeah.
actually does the vocalist. Which is funny. So Jordan, we've actually heard this vocalist on this channel before when we reviewed Gunship. He did a feature because he has a pop punk band. I can't remember what they're called. Fucking what is the name of his stupid fucking Harley Busted and Fight Star. That's that guy. If you've heard either of these.
No.
They're like UK big. Yeah. But he did a feature on 2 of the albums from Gunship, and we reviewed. Where did I just do that with that? What the fuck is it? We listened to this song. Let me see if I can find him in here.
I'm recording this because the survivors no
That's
longer
John Carpenter.
answer the question, please.
Yeah, it's the vocalist, not him. No, that's not. I think he does like the chorus. Right here. That's him. That's the president vocalist. So it's just funny that we've actually heard him before in a different setting. And now he does this. All right, where was I? Getting distracted. Rage. The taking the mask off was in the music video was like a fake out. It's like just a different like actor or something. Also, Signdorf, welcome in. So I've heard those two. I have not heard the other two singles. No, it was a weird. So, the Charlie Simpson guy, he was on I think he was on The Masked Singer. Like, he's like a big singer guy. He's basically like the Blessed by Broken Heart guy. And so I guess he like created this band as his like outlet to get back into like heavier stuff. But
Heavier.
Yeah.
A whitish bit of.
Oh, here he comes. It's the president. Oh my God, nothing happened. More house music. Thought maybe the guitar would come in. Although, to be fair, this is exactly how the new Bad Omens track sounds. It's literally just like a drum and bass track. Which apparently Matt did the fucking, said he like actually like wrote it basically or something. I think I saw him post it. I was like, I guess that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, like that's not even in the band. He fucking write music, right?
Octane Radio must have put this band together. Yeah, I'm curious who the other members are. If maybe it's just the same guys from that Fight Star band, which apparently they have heavy stuff. I don't know. I've never listened to them. They're like a post-hardcore kind of band, I guess. Is this the track? Is that it? Are they gonna do a breakdown? Oh.
Same fucking structure as the last two songs. Do something fucking different. Like, holy shit. They're like, oh, this is so good. We gotta do every song. It's like, no, stop. Please.
Sunrock says they all have names for the band. That's all I know. I believe Vice is the drummer. He's supposed to be on Drumeo soon. I don't know. The Sleep Token drummer is worth it. That guy's fucking good. I don't know. I'd have to see this guy do it. You know what's funny is that even though the first like half of this song was like kind of boring, I feel like this is still better than the other two songs, in my opinion. Like that last part where it gets all big and stuff. Like at least like had like, I don't know, more interesting than the other two songs.
Like I'm already tired of listening to this shit because it's literally just the same thing over and over again.
Destroy Me. Next one.
They act like they fucking took it.
They call it in Rage. The Rage is like the softest song on the album, called Rage.
Oh, like,
It's
what?
funny. I think it's going to be like try to play a song, not a whole hour, like Two got. Oh yeah. He just hasn't done anything interesting in the drum work on this.
No, because he gets like 30 seconds of playing the drum. And like the fact that he has like this auto-tune like effect on his voice in every single song is like, okay, can you actually fucking sing?
Can't wait to see the comments people leave on this video once the replay is on your channel. Oh yeah. Gonna get a lot of negatives. Because it's funny because we like Sleep Token. Sleep Token does really cool stuff. And I think this band just kind of like rips off Sleep Token.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a lot of auto
They're all
tune.
wearing masks. Like, I'm telling you.
But maybe that's part of the concept because he's wearing a mask, so his like voice is masked, you know? Maybe I think I'm giving him too much. There's even a little bit of auto-tune on the screams too. Or there's some kind of like, you hear it? Oh, he did a ting, Jordan. There you go. Got a ting. And they ended on the breakdown. Oh,
they did.
Well, it's like, it's a little outro, As a third chorus. That's fine.
You're like, oh no, we can't. We're not that heavy. We're not that heavy. Oh, come back. Like,
Dude, stop! God damn, every time the video loads, it like adds buttons. So I go to click on the one button and then it adds more buttons. So I click a different button. I think it would be more obvious if it was artistic. I think it's just unnecessary and they didn't cover it up well. Yeah. It's really weird. All right, 2 more tracks. Dionysus, Conclave. And I was excited for this band to come out because like I said, I liked the hype, the mysterious like shit. I was like, oh, maybe it would be good. And then,
see, that's the problem. Whenever you have a band like this that just puts out like giant trailers and shit, you gotta know that you're gonna be disappointed because like shit never lives up to the actual hype unless it's actually good.
Hey Jordan, another track with a slow drum intro. trap beats. I'm not even writing anything down.
Now see, at least because they started with the heavy guitars and the drums, like it makes more sense whenever it comes in after the like chorus guitars. But like when you just have an entire song with fucking chorus and then you just fucking break down at the last one, that's like I feel so disingenuous.
Yeah, I honestly thought it would be something Slipknotish when it was being teased. No, well, like I was saying, the first initial video they put out was like these, it's like a couple chords, and it's the first part of the In the Name of the Father, but it's literally like the same notes another Sleep Token song comes out on. And so a lot of people were like, is it like related, you know? So they like straight up did that shit on purpose. It's like so egregious that it like pisses me off. I'll show you. I'll pull up the Sleep Token song in a second. I can't remember which one it is. Let me
And it's like, this man came out of nowhere and they had so much hype. Just told me.
Let me see if I can find their first video.
Like, this definitely feels like a side project band of somebody that was with another band. Like,
Okay, look, let me show you real quick. Okay. I believe it's Chokehold. So listen to this. Listen to this intro. This is what they put as their first teaser, right? It's the right. It was literally like just like a couple notes. And then let me go to Chokehold from Sleep Token. Give it a second. Weird layering on the screams with that auto-tune. It is weird that there's like that auto-tune. Where is that fucking part? I can't find it. Maybe it's something they do live. I can't find it. Oh well.
I mean, I can pretty much hear the note.
It's like a ding ding, and then it's like they completely like ripped off like that same kind of vibe. Is it Alkaline? Yeah, that's right. It's Alkaline. It's that. It's kind of a mixture. It's like that background noise from Chokehold and then that. I would get fucking blocked for having like a couple seconds of Sleep Token. But yeah, they totally fucking ripped that shit off. All right, let me go back. Let's finish this album. We didn't get behind now. Yeah, I know. Like it's egregious. Like how. Where the fuck is the EP? God damn. Like, listen to it again. It's literally the same fucking thing. God. All right, last track. This also sounds like something Sleep Token would. It actually sounds like, which is like another riff from Sleep Token.
Your shadow used to be near me. Say it, my love, I can picture you down here in a haze. Talking out loud, the nights could be weary. Oh, but we were just kids. And now I can't get you out of life. Tell me, will I see you in the afterlife?
More trap beats.
Shooting my guns at everyone, telling myself it's all they want.
I don't know. There's like I said, I wanted to make a video about this band, and I just haven't had the time because I've worked like so much now. But like, too much egregious things is like how much they rip off Sleep Token and like rode on their hype, and then they didn't even have the balls to put out a full-length album. They put out an EP. Like, oh god. Like, it's so rushed. They tried to squeeze as much as they could in a 6-month period.
And it's like the hype for Sleep Token is already dying off.
Whatever you try to control will eventually elude you. It's funny how the color shakes. Does it matter if we can't escape? I guess it's harder just to live with your mistakes.
And the thing is that like none of the vocals on this are just like a straight vocal without anything on it. Like if you can really sing that well, you don't need harmonies on everything. You don't need auto-tune on everything.
Cause you never hold me through my darkest nights. But I would love you anyway, even in the afterlife.
It's weird. It's also weird that almost every time they do like a breakdown, like they end. Like, what I appreciate it in one hand, but it's also like it's weird. It's a lot of their stuff like feels so abrupt. It's weird. All right, let's go to review. Let's go ahead and jump in on this shit. So we move on to the full length that we got to listen to. What is the name of this EP? King of Terror. What does that even mean?
Ooh, scary, so heavy.
All right, so we just listened to the debut EP or whatever from President. So now we're going to talk about it a little bit with my co-host Jordan over here. We're just gonna do our EP, so we're just gonna talk about it for a couple minutes each, and come back around and give you our ratings for our on-the-spot first listen, unscripted album review. So President, I was hyped for this, for them to first come out. I liked some of the stuff they were doing. I'm a Sleep Token fan. They had that whole mysterious thing going on, and I think it's pretty lackluster. On one hand, the music itself is not very offensive. It's very safe, pretty normal, standard, modern metalcore production. It's not any different than anything else. However, a lot of the other band practices that this band does, I think, is egregious. The way they hyped up everything and borrowed subtle things from Sleep Token to like kind of like, ooh, is it related to Sleep Token? You know, they kind of gave it that just so they could get that extra push. And on top of that, they the lead singer is well known and got the band put on Download Fest without even having a song out, without anyone hearing anything. I don't even know if like the people at Download had heard music of them. Like, I don't know. Maybe they had a track. But there's definitely some like industry plant type stuff going on with this band. And so a lot of it just kind of feels heartless. A lot of the music is just like, I don't get it, because like I said, they put a lot of hype into the buildup. They have the whole mask thing. They're called President, but there's no lore or anything like Sleep Token, at least from what I've gotten out of the songs that we've heard. They're like there's no connectivity, nothing. It's just like normal ass songs, lyrics about, there's not anything that feels It doesn't make sense. What is the point? What are you? Who are you? Like I don't know what it is. It's just fucking modern metalcore. There's nothing there. So that kind of like just dumbs down the music even more than just the sound. So I know that's kind of a weird way to review this album, but it's kind of hard to get past. For me, I mean, straight into the music itself, it's very, like I said, very safe. Pretty much every song starts out, slow drum intro, trap beat, singing, into guitars coming in during the chorus, and then repeat, and then a breakdown, and then it ends. um there's a couple songs where maybe they'll do something a little interesting after the breakdown. They'll do like a third chorus as an outro. There's they do like an you know so it's not like, super third chorus heavy. So that 1 point, you get 1 point there. Um, and surprisingly, the slowest song on here was the better one, in my opinion. I don't know about for Jordan. Rage was like the only one that I kind of liked. Like it was very boring for like the first half. Not boring, but it was a house music track for the first like half of it. It's only 3 minutes, and then they bring in some drums, and it's like okay, but then like after a little bit, it like kind of expands and gets a little bit more interesting. There's like some pretty like melodic stuff, while the drums are a little bit heavier. So I kind of like that part. That's literally the only part of this album where I was like, okay, that's cool. The rest was just modern metalcore. I mean, that's about it. I barely even say metalcore. It's octane core, slop core, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Um, so yeah. Oh, and then like the worst part is, as Jordan probably mentioned, aggressive autotune. There's a lot of autotune in this, over the singer's voice, which is weird because he's a very well-known singer. He's literally been on like the fucking Masked Singer and shit. I've heard him in other singing projects. So I don't know. Like the only reason I can gather behind it is that he's wearing a mask, so they're like masking the vocals. I don't fucking know. I don't know. That's literally all. And even the screams are like that. There's like a filter over it. It's really strange. So I don't know. Maybe they need to put out some more music for. I need more. I need some substance. I don't. Why they put out an EP and they just do the whole mysterious bullshit. They don't have like anything. Like Sleep Token at least has like lore and everything that goes behind the music. So it's just. I think it's. It sonically inoffensive, but everything else about the band is kind of egregious. So that's it. Jordan.
I'll try not to shit on it too much, although it is aggressively mid. Uh, like the fact that like this guy is supposed to be like a big famous singer, but like literally all his vocals are like affected and somehow it's just like this guy doesn't want to lean on his fucking own like talents, and he just wants to use the auto tune because that's what gets you views on TikTok, because crazy mask band with auto tune and all this stuff. It's like it's so manufactured and like so disingenuous, and like it really sours the music itself. And it's like, if you're gonna put out something like this and you're gonna have all this hype, like you said, you do something with it. Have some sort of story or lore or some kind of connective tissue in between the songs. But like literally, it's just 6 songs that all pretty much sound the same until like the last one, which is just like an outro track. But it's like, whenever you have an album that's like a full album and you have like a whole slew of songs that are kind of similar, and then you have the album closer, you really want it to be different, but it's just like through every other song, like there's so little substance, like it doesn't warrant this like soft like ending, and it just like it feels like half an album that's like just so rushed to be put out there just to catch the hype off of like fucking Sleeptopian, which is like already dying because their last album everyone pretty much hated, I guess, because I'd hear no one talk about it, and it's just like they took too long to do this thing that they're trying to like capitalize off of, and they just put out like the most mid thing that they could. It's just like every song has like a 30-second breakdown if even that, at the very end, and then it has to like completely undercut the heaviness and like that aggression just for like another pretty soft like closing ending. It's just like it feels like every other song copied, over and over and over again, and like, 3 times down the line, playing telephone, this is what you get. It's just like the most watered down shit ever. And it's just like, I don't know. I need more of something, other than just like 70% like just soft shit. Like, it's such a shame. Like the drummer, we were talking about the drums and like how the drums are pretty good, but like they have like a minute, throughout this entire EP of like just drums, and like literally everything else is just like trap beats or like some kind of like synth, and it's just like if this was like a synth wave kind of like electronic project or something, that would be fine, but like they're marketing this band as like a fucking like octane core band, and it's just like, why even put this out there? Because everyone's just gonna be like, oh, this isn't real metal and this isn't heavy, and it's just like, yeah, because like there's maybe 2 minutes of like heavy guitars on this entire EP, and it's just like, okay, I guess they're just an electronic band, and it's just like, at the end of the day, it just seems like Imagine Dragons type shit again. It's like, that's always the comparison that all these kinds of
it's the actual Imagine Dragons of metalcore, not Sleep Token.
And you would think a band that's this new and that has had so much time to look at like all the stuff that's worked in the past and what hasn't worked in the past, and they're just gonna do the most like bottom of the barrel shit and not even try to like stick out or do anything unique musically, because at the end of the day, this is a fucking band, this is music, this is an album. Like, who gives a fuck if they wear a fucking mask or anything? Like, it's just a fucking gimmick, and it's like you're holding on to these gimmicks and you're trying to take these gimmicks and use that to push your fucking music, and it's like, well, why don't you try putting that energy into the actual music and making something interesting to listen to, and not just the same fucking shit that I can hear on a fucking Bad Omens album or a fucking Bring Me the Horizon album. But like, the difference there is that if I listen to a Bring Me the Horizon album, the literal next song is going to be something completely different, and it's going to be like a whole different genre, and it's going to actually be interesting to listen to. But this is just like, so whatever.
All right, what would you rate this?
I'm going to give it the Devil Wears Prada rating. It gets a 4. Like, it's not like the worst thing I've ever heard, but it's not like, it's nothing special. And it's just like I said, if you're going to have all this time to like look at everything and release this music, and you're just going to like release the most like plain Jane shit ever.
Yeah. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. Mostly because there was like I said, the one track that interested me, Rage. At least they did something more interesting than when Bad Omens put out their most recent track, which is literally a drum and bass style track as well. They didn't even bring, I don't even think I heard a guitar in that song. I don't even know. I can't remember. I listened to it, but that's how like unspecial that one was. At least this one did something, and then the rest was just as we already said. So I'll give it a 5. Maybe if they had the balls to put out a full length, we could have heard a little bit more, gone into it deeper. But face value, yeah, it's a 5.
I'll give them a little bit of a point for actually having audible guitars and not just having stupid fuzzy
yeah.
low-tuning guitar. That was the one part. This guitar sounded okay, and the drums sounded okay.
All right. Yeah, so 5 out of 10 for me, 4 out of 10 for Jordan. There you go, president, everybody. All right, so if you're watching this on YouTube, let us know your thoughts. I'm sure you will. Let us know your rating. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to come by our live streams that we do every 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch and sometimes also on YouTube. Currently now on YouTube, where we listen to these albums live and then talk about it and record these sessions. That's about it. Old Ed Mike signing off, reminding you, never too old for this. We are still here, just ending the cheap followers on streamboo.com. Holy shit. Welcome in, Dallas. Dallas, welcome in. If y'all have time and are bored, you should do the Amulet 2-song EP. We're not doing the EP, J-Mac. Thank you, though. No, we're behind. We're
Yeah,
like 6:30. We still have to listen to the full length and then do the full fucking review on that. So we're behind.
I would go get my car in the middle of the stream, like literally as soon as I sat down for the shit.
Okay, Dying Wish. I have the. Okay.
Finally, riffs.
So my problem, I love Dying Wish, and I'm pretty sure I gave their last album, I think I gave it like a 9 or something. Our main problem with the Dying Wish album last time was that a lot of the songs were like way too fucking short. They were like hardcore tracks, but like with metalcore riffs, and it was like, damn, you didn't give us any time to listen to the riffs. So I'm curious whether or not they're gonna kind of fix that on this or not. Because what they do is great. It's just like, damn, like they used to be a hardcore band. So look, there's only 2 songs that are under 3 minutes. 3 songs.
Yeah, I heard the I'll Know You're Not Around, and that one they actually, built it out from.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I think whichever one the first one was that came out, I listened to that one. So, let me close this. What is the? Oh, I didn't know there was more. Yeah, we still have the Dying Wish too, the full length. And thankfully, it's only 36 minutes, so only go over a little too much. President feels like some grifter ass band. It's quite literally. You'll have to watch like everything we discussed before I first started it, because I'm not going to get into it again. There was a lot of lore, not to the actual music. There's zero lore to the music, but to the band. Okay, what am I doing? And I just accidentally closed the. That's great, wonderful.
And I kind of touched on it a little bit, but like, if this guy is such a big singer, why did they just like put fucking auto-tune over his vocals and like not capitalize on him being a well-known singer? Like,
okay, so Don't Belong Anywhere, Revenge and Carnage, I'll Know You're Not Around. Those are the Don't Belong Anywhere. All right, so we got first one here is a music video. Here we go, Dying Wish. So I've heard one thing about this album on Twitter already, and it's gonna taint my listening to this. Do you remember who does the production for the other album and the Boundary stuff?
Randy LaBeouf.
Yeah. So I heard this album is Will Putney, and it changes the production. She had a little jump in there. She should have just started two-stepping. J-Max says, chicks always have the sickest highs. She's definitely leaning into the highs on this one. How can the dude from Devil Wears Prada be married to her and still put out what the Devil Wears Prada puts out? Like he's like, I'll let you do the heavy stuff.
Like the meme with like the couple and like they're doing the Star Wars cosplay, but the dude is in the Leia slave outfit and like the girls and the.
Who's she married to? Jeremy DePoyster. They met on like a tour or something.
Fuck you.
Now see, this is already different because
Yeah,
that breakdown,
the breakdown,
they would've ended
yeah.
it right there.
Jordan's other negative about the last album was that their breakdowns they did never commit. They were very short breakdowns. Because I know you were like you said Cauldron. You compared it to Cauldron. You were like Cauldron breakdowns were like the same, but like they would go on for like a fucking minute.
Yeah.
J-Max says Plagues, Dear Love, and Patterns of a Horizon were 10 out of 10, but after that they became generic pussies and Mike forgot how to do vocal. Yeah, we know. Okay. These are, I think these are all. Listen to the YouTube. Yeah, Jeremy, the new Devil Wears Prada frontman. Mike's the background screamer that does guitar.
They're really not beating the arch enemy accusation. People forget old arch enemy was good. Metalcore.
It's interesting that the first cleans were on a non-single. I like the vocals, the vocal production,
Yeah.
that little reverb.
Although the bass,
The bass.
they need like a little
Yeah.
bit more stub. A little.
Part 2. Let's go. There's some really nice bass in the bass kick though. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one had a little bit of an abrupt breakdown there.
Little ping on that snare. Very Acacia Strain sounding on the guitar tone. All right, chill out. What is going on in this? Like, what is this? I don't know if this is supposed to be like a sexual thing or like. Someone out there really likes this music video. I'll tell you that though. Oh, whoa. What's this?
They heard us talking shit about the breakdown. They're like, yeah, 30-second breakdowns. Okay, here you go. That was like half the song.
Okay, well now I'm confused. Hold on. We missed a track.
Fucking Michael, god damn it.
Well, all the other tracks are in order. These are switched.
Can't trust these labels on their YouTube channel.
But I'm also. I'll pause it. Hold on. I'm curious because this is 2 minutes and 27 seconds. This is 3:22. So, and then that one is 3:44. This is the Nothing Like You for. So what is this? There's like an extra minute almost on it. So is that? Hold on. So that whole little pretty section is not on the. Maybe it's. What the fuck? I am so lost right now. All right, let's
That's why I
go.
hate whenever they do like extra shit in the fucking music videos. 'cause
Yeah, why
it's
would
so
you?
confusing.
Let's see. Okay, so for this start. But this actually goes before the track we just heard, by the way, according to Spotify. Be louder. I'd say this album so far is a lot angrier than the last one, because the last one channeled a lot of Killswitch, and this is like nothing like Killswitch.
I got tired of playing in front of metal crowds. The clean vocals on this song remind me of a Silent Drive. Creepy ass fucking werewolf thing. What the fuck is that? I like that the first half of the breakdown is like very silent. You know, they use a lot of silence. And then this one like picks up a lot. So I'm still so god damn it, fucking YouTube. Fuck you. Goddamn. That goddamn bullshit. So I'm still so lost on why this has an extra like fucking
this whole last section.
Oh, it's probably the beginning of that Nothing Like You song.
No, because that's what I'm saying. This one, it's the same length on here. Unless, well, you could be you could be right. Yeah, you could be right. It could still. You're probably right. Let's see.
Because this has the topic
No.
video. Huh?
No, because it's. No, that's completely different, isn't it? Go back. Sorry. No, that's like. What the fuck? Maybe it's just Spotify. Let me see. Dying Wish, Apple Music. Can I even look? I know I can't listen to it, but can I look on here? Maybe fucking log in. Which track is it? Revenge and Carnage. Oh. Huh. And like, but like, do we even give him like a negative point for that? Or is it like, because it's probably not the band, right? Maybe it is. I don't know. Why label did that? Why did they add music in the music video but not on the album? Sucks. Huh. Whatever. Let's keep going. That's the end of the music videos anyway, so we'll listen to the actual. Pull up. You're ripped. Maybe I'll just post and like tag Emma or something. I don't know if she'll even read the shit. Like, hey. My God, these ads.
And see, this works better than that fucking President band because the rest of this album has been heavy and it's just like, okay, time for a break. But every President song is like, okay, time for a break. Fuck off. Go to work.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post on Twitter. Every time I fucking post about I've tagged Dying Wish, they never read it. I can't remember what her Twitter ad is. There it is. Okay. How should I word this? What is the polite way? Be like, hey, quick question. Do you know? Let's say, bass still needs to be louder, but I appreciate being able to hear some of that right there.
Ah, that snare.
God damn. What's the name of that music video? Revenge of the Carnage. I said, hey, quick question, was the extra pretty section at the end of Revenge and Carnage video supposed to be exclusive to the music video? Listening to the album and it's not on there. Very interesting. Does that sound polite enough?
Yeah. You gotta go call out. You don't get those often. Go. Shit. Go away. God damn. At least they're not like porn ads. Then I'd have to find a different website. Like, this album has been like more aggressive, but there's also been more singing. It's like longer singing passages, but it still doesn't like make it feel any less aggressive. Really. think what makes it sound like a Skylar Drive to me is like delay and reverb on the vocals. It's very like a Skylar Drive.
Yeah.
That and her enunciation is kind of the same.
I do like that the production still kept like the same kind of drum tones, like how loud the fucking drums are, despite it being Will Putney versus the other guy. You get a little bit of a different kind of breakdown. You get more of a, you know, kind of groove. 'Cause I think you said that about the last album, was that the breakdowns were very kind of similar too. Like, it was just the very.
They were all like asking Alexandria breakdowns, basically. Like you can just imagine them running in place and doing the crowdcore shit. But this is more like straight up, just like hardcore, like breakdowns. Although they haven't really done any of those like fast like metalcore riff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like the 5, 7, 8. Yeah, I've noticed that there's, like I said, that's why this one feels more like Acacia Strain than like Killswitch. It's very doomy kind of feeling. Versus the ooh. Yeah. I like that we get 2 steps, but they're not egregious with them either. There's only been like a few. Yeah, they definitely like incorporate her vocals more into the breakdowns. That it kind of gives it a different flow. of risky lyrics currently. Pretty song before the last one, maybe, or just a pretty intro. Let's see. Okay.
Walk through the storm with eyes wide shut. Terrorized by your taste for savagery. The martyrs fall. What is more of tragedy?
It's sad. The band, this like, especially this song, changes pace like so much. Like you get these like really big, like pretty singing part, and then that like nasty like breakdown out of nowhere. Cool layering there. And they really were like, hey, fuck those 15-second breakdowns.
Oh, is this president? Oh, is it,
So this is an interesting little note here, the way they do this, where this ends. So they combine this little intro part right here of this breakdown where she sings the drenched in sin, and then the actual breakdown back here was the martyrs fall on the sword of tragedy. They combine the lyrics here, so really cool little thing I noticed. Why we like to try to read the lyrics sometimes. It helps out. Catch little things. All right, here we go. Last track. Flesh stays together. Title track too. What are they gonna do here?
all right.
I go big with when you do that. Annie. What was that?
And then the last song ended with like kind of like this atmosphere, kind of like with the clean singing, and then this one starts.
A simple taste of the bliss on your lips. Now I'm addicted to your shape. Lure me to my core.
Is this a love song to Jeremy? Is that what this is?
Desire riding from within, saved by your touch, a sinner born again, begging for your liberation. I'd massacre all of heaven for you. I'd massacre all of heaven for you.
I'm saying that to your husband that was in a Christian metalcore band.
Sacrifice the rest, you're the only thing that makes sense. Possess my soul, complete my
It does remind me kind of like of some of the slower Kill Switch songs.
Like the way she said crave really reminds me of Gag.
Jesus. Oh, all right, calm down. That's
It's
it.
like an 808. Like, oh, what the fuck?
What an album cover. What is it called again? Flesh Stays Together. All right, review portion. Here we go. All right, so we just listened to the new Dying Wish album entitled Flesh Stays Together. So now we're going to talk about it a little bit with my co-host Jordan over here, and then we're going to break it up into 5 different sections. General feel, flow and direction, production, and then so Jordan, I was thinking of the because I've been wanting to replace the weak spots because I just always like reiterate everything I've already said. So maybe corny, but I was thinking of calling it fix or flex or something like that, something along the lines of that, where we just go over like one thing we would change, one thing they need to fix in the album, and then like the best part of the album. So you get that negative, but you still have a positive, and then track highlights. So what do you think about that? Does that sound
Sounds
and
good.
it'll kind of like shorten it up because it's literally just like mention two different things instead of just the whole discussion part. Anyways, and then track highlights and come back around with our ratings for our on the spot first listen unscripted album review. So Dying Wish is a band I've grown to be a big fan of. I loved their last album. Though Jordan and I did have some issues with the last album. I think Jordan had a little bit more than I did. But I liked how reminiscent it was of like Killswitch style metalcore. I felt like it was like the only band that had that kind of energy, despite being negative. Killswitch is uplifting and Dying Wish is not very angry style. But a lot of the songs on the last album were very short, several that were like under like 2 minutes. It was like, whoa, like let me listen to the riffs because they had some like really good metalcore riffs, and also the breakdowns were like very kind of cut short and everything. A lot of it just like there was just a lot of like abrupt stuff that ended in that album. So we were curious how they were going to pull it off in this, if they were going to kind of improve on that. And it's interesting because they did. Obviously, there's not a lot. None of the songs here are very short. There's a couple that are under 3 minutes, but they don't feel like they're very short. And the breakdowns in this are huge. There's several that are like half of the song long. They do have some parts where they'll like slow down the breakdown and then it'll end kind of quickly after that. But still, as a whole, those breakdowns are massive in this album compared to anything they've done before. Though I do find it interesting that also like I said, the mention of Killswitch in the last album, I don't get a lot of that here. Kind of almost at all. It's a lot more Acacia Strainy kind. It's still very like metalcore. Acacia Strain's not really metalcore. They kind of take that energy and put it into more of a metalcore thing with with some clean vocals. It's still like very even more angry than the last one. I would argue, but there's not a lot of the like the 578 kind of feeling kind of stuff. It's a lot more doomy, in my opinion, similar to Acacia Strain. So it's interesting. I feel like they're kind of getting more of like their own kind of self in this. It feels more of like, less more. I know I just compared them to Acacia Strain, but I mean it's really not like Acacia Strain. It definitely feels more unique than the stuff they've done before. So I find that really interesting. So yeah, for general feel, that's what I'm talking about. I thought this was great. You still have some really pretty sections. A lot of you get a lot more of the stuff that makes Dying Wish good. You get a lot more of the singing. I feel like in the last album there was only a few songs that really had it. In this, there's a lot more, but also you get a lot of the heavy stuff. It's a very heavy album, but somehow still also pretty at the same time. So yeah, I thought this was extremely solid. So, Jordan.
I thought this album was so fucking good. They pretty much checked all the boxes that they needed to from the last album. Like the songs are longer and more fleshed out. The breakdowns are more substantial and more interesting and more varied. The vocals are, I'd say, stronger. Like there's a lot more singing, but it still doesn't undercut the like aggressiveness of it. And like I don't know, the song structures are just like so much better. Like they're so much more interesting and like not just kind of like based around the one riff. It's more like an actual song, throughout the entire album. So like I don't know, it's just everything got stepped up to, the next level. I'd say the production is like the only thing that's not like any better than the last one. It's just different. So I mean, if you want the really pretty, kind of like softer stuff that's not like super aggressive, you still got that, and you still got like those really big, like TikTok moments, but like if listening to it as a metalcore fan, you still get everything that makes it interesting and makes metalcore good. Uh, they don't just do the same thing that everyone else is doing. Like, yeah, it's metalcore, and there's not really a lot you can do within, just plain metalcore. You always have to kind of add like a little bit of like some other genre in there if you want to like make something really different. But this still feels more fleshed out and a little bit more substantial than a lot of the other like Angel Satchel metal, metalcore bands. Um, yeah, like just better songs in general. So like, I think it's really, really good.
All right. Flow and direction. Flow and direction is so it's interesting. One thing we noticed that is like I don't know how to give it a negative or not. Is the fact that the music video for one of the songs, Revenge and Carnage, probably like one of the heavier songs. It's more of a mid tempo song, but it's somehow like still like way more aggressive. Um, it ends and on the music video there's like a minute long 45 seconds or so that's like it's like a really soft, like it's almost like an acoustic guitar or piano. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's this like really soft pretty thing that they do where she's just like softly singing, and I thought that was a really cool end to that track. However, on the streaming services that I looked on, at least Apple Music and Spotify, it was not on there. It's only the 2 minutes and 27 of the heavy stuff. So I'm like very confused as to why they wouldn't just put that on the album, because it's just like it's something extra that I think adds to it. So like I don't know how to give it, like, did the band do that? Was it like was it a mistake? Was it the production? Like, was it the label? Who did what the fuck happened there? I don't know. So it's kind of weird on that. But outside of that, from everything else we heard, I thought really good flow on this. And again with the direction, like there's a consistent tone here, with how like thick the guitars are and how like aggressive everything is, and how doomy everything is. Like you get that from track to track, but you, like I said previously, you still get that like the pretty stuff. And the ending of the album, I'd say the second half of the album, is where they start to add even more like clean singing and stuff. Like the very last song, basically in my opinion it's kind of like a love song, even though it ends in kind of a creepy way. The whole song is like all singing, and there's a few songs that are like that as well. So I like that connectivity of like having it grounded in the heaviness, like from track to track, like no matter what, like they keep it there, but adding on top, where it progressively gets prettier at the same time. It's really interesting how they do that. So yeah, I think flow and direction is pretty solid. Outside of that, maybe could have had an interlude though. Again, if they had kept that little piece from the music video, it kind of would have served as an interlude. But I mean, not really. I mean, they have, like I said, some of the pretty sections just kind of give you that little break. So whatever. Jordan.
Yeah, I think it flows really well. It's not really like super connected, kind of like a prog way. It's more just kind of like in general, like the complete feel of everything is very cohesive. I feel like because the way that a lot of these songs are written, there's consistently like the really soft, pretty parts, like you said, but like even then, like specifically on "I'll Know You're Not Around," they have that whole like really clean, just her singing, but then they still have the heavy guitars in there, and so even though there are no like interludes or like anything breaking up the songs, each song is written and stacked in a way to where like you don't really feel like it needs that, because you're getting constant little breaks of something different, here and there throughout each song. So I think that's one thing that really brings it up, as opposed to the last album where it was just kind of verse, chorus, verse, very standard kind of like song structure. But this has a little bit more experimentation on it. Just playing with like the light and like the really heavy, and just having things be more incorporated, um, as opposed to some other, modern metalcore bands where like literally 60% of the song will be like a clean, very soft song, and then like at the very end they have a fucking breakdown that's like 30 seconds long, but then they still market it as a metalcore band, and they market it to heavy, heavy music fans. So it's just like th- this is way more of a consistent sound and feel throughout the entire album, and it actually feels like an actual album, even without it being like a prog album with like, like interludes or connective, tracks or anything like that. So it flows really, really well, especially at the end of the album, because you get that really soft song, but like at the very end, it comes in with a breakdown and it still hits hard. And it's probably like one of the heaviest breakdowns on the entire album. Like there's a crazy 808 on it. And it's just like the way that they ended out, even still having all that huge chunk of like just pretty much just clean singing throughout the entire song, but it still consistently keeps that identity throughout. Um, so I think it flows, really, really well. As opposed to a lot of other albums, um, in this genre. Uh, Even though a lot of bands in this genre aren't really in this genre and they don't make music like this, so I think this is definitely a step up for a band that's, kind of bigger. They're not a huge band, but like they're definitely on the come up, and so I feel like they're doing the same thing as Knock Loose, where it's not like a prog album, but it's still got that kind of like consistent kind of dark and light, going throughout. So I think it's really, really good.
All right, production I think is really solid here. I mean, it's Will Putney, so he has like a pretty, he has a bar that he likes to keep. And I really liked the production on the last album, because it was the same guy that did like the Boundaries albums, and they have like a unique tone to it. And I feel like he did keep a lot of those, like that kind of, especially like for the drum work. He kind of kept a lot of that kind of feel to it, where the snare is just like in your face, but like, it's not like Saint Anger sounding or anything like that. It's just like it has a really nice like crisp pop to it, which I really liked on the production from the last albums. Excuse me. So I'm glad he kind of kept that in there. Um, though I do think the bass was a little too low on my end. I think the bass like kick itself was really solid. Like even more than the others albums, there was a really nice like punch to those as well. But like the bass guitar itself, there was only a few moments where you could like really, I mean, you could hear it throughout the whole album, but there was really, it just was not like loud enough. Like it was only in the sections where they really like went kind of silent to let you listen to the bass, as opposed to kind of like really listening to it throughout the whole album. So that was one kind of negative that I got out of the production. um, but outside of that, I mean the guitar tones and everything, like I said, giving it this very kind of doomy kind of feeling, wasn't just like the notes they were playing. It was definitely part of the production. Gave a lot of air to that kind of feeling. So that is a big positive for that. So Jordan, your thoughts? I'm gonna go pee also while you're talking.
Yeah, I think the production is really good on this. Like Michael said, it is a little different from, the last album, but I feel like this really carries the aggressiveness, especially with like with the drum tone and like the kick. It's like whenever you have just those really long passages of like the clean singing, it's very like well sat in the mix, but then whenever the kick and like the guitars come in, it just like thickens the mix up so much that it's really, really nice to listen to. As opposed to, a lot of other bands where it'll be kind of mixed like this, but the guitars will be like so low or like, really fuzzy. But this is really, it's right on the line of being really thick and a little bit too fuzzy, but still having that really like nice, clarity to it. So I think the guitars and the drums are really, really good on this. The bass, yeah, I could definitely hear it throughout the whole album, but I really was kind of missing a lot of like sub low end on there. I mean, they kind of mixed it to where like the kick really gives a lot of that low end to it. And so I feel like that just makes it a little bit more aggressive in like a different kind of way rather than having like really like thick bass, you know. Um, I feel like this mix works a lot better in like, you know, listening to in the car. It's very thick but still clear, and so um, even with the bass kind of turned down a little bit more, it would kind of fit for that kind of like feel a little bit more, rather than you know listening to you know music on headphones, which I feel like a lot is probably a good choice because a lot of people would probably, for the most part, be listening to music in the car while they're driving, you know, like a lot of people that aren't like super hardcore into music, like that's really where they listen to music and they don't really go out of their way to like, you know, put on headphones and be like, oh, I'm going to listen to this whole album. So I feel like for those kind of people and like just in general, I think this mix is a little bit better. Um, yeah, other than that, I think my other favorite part on the production of this album was the clean vocals. Like they have such a nice like delay and reverb on them like throughout the entire thing. Like they're really nice and like roomy and it feels like like kind of like an opera singing a little bit where it's like a big kind of room feel, which I really like. Um, yeah, it really reminded me a lot of like a Skylar Drive, just with like all that reverb and like nice delay on the vocals. Um, but it doesn't really rely on like a lot of super like heavy layering and like harmonies and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of bands, you know, with you know kind of higher singers would kind of do something like that where they kind of layer the vocals with like maybe like a lower kind of like harmony with it or you know add a little bit of something, you know, like I know this band they have like backup vocalists and usually they would probably you know kind of add someone in there, but they chose to really keep her voice like nice front and center. um and even then saying that like the background vocals they definitely weren't on this as much as the last album, although they are sprinkled here and there. But I feel like this album really just kind of pushes her voice, you know, in the singing and the screaming. I think the screaming is like, I think they made a choice to, you know, have those really clean, like ambient, almost kind of like vocals and stuff, as opposed to like the screams, which are very like down the center, very not dry, but they seem less reverbed and less, you know, delayed than all the rest of the stuff. So it's a really nice flavor, and it really kind of like balances it out, you know, with the aggressiveness and still having that really like big, huge feeling, you know, kind of with like the bands that kind of are more focused on like the you know the lead singer. So I think this does a really good you know balance of both of those things.
All right. So and then the next section is this new one that I said called fix and flex. One thing that I would fix and one thing my favorite part of the album. So for fix, I would say, I mean, there's not really any. I don't think there's really any negatives here, but I think you know, if I had to pick, I would want just blend a little bit more of the metalcore riffs. Like I genuinely like how much they keep that mood of the doominess, but you know, I that was like my favorite part of the last album was how like fun the riffs were and like I said, very much reminiscent of like Kill Switch style riffs that you know a lot of band like you don't really get a lot of that currently, especially in like this style. So I kind of miss that they don't really have those types of riffs in this album. So that's like the only thing that I would want, but that's really it. And then for flex, I think my favorite part of this outside of the breakdowns being like extremely massive is her vocals. I think her vocals, she leans into uh it's a lot more broad here. She uses a lot more of the highs that she does, which is like her kind of her standard sound a lot. But in this, like they're a lot more raw, and she like really kind of just like plays into it. Especially when she like adds in like little uh vocal kind of like nuances and like some of the songs where she'll like say something like in the background. It's like it just sounds like really fucking nasty. That and the clean singing as well. So like just her vocals in general, I think are like really kind of like coming together on this release. Jordan, your fix and flex.
Um, I'm pretty much the same with you, except I'll pick something different on the fix. For the fix, I think I would bring up the bass a lot more, like have a lot more of that sub low end. I feel like the mix is really good, but I feel like it's almost lacking just a little bit in one area. Like it feels like it's missing and it might be like the compression on YouTube on some of the songs or whatever, but it's just lacking just a tiny bit. Like maybe it's the 808s. Like the 808s are kind of like they're there, but they're not like super like pushed to the front, except for the like on the last song where like that 808 comes in and it's just like what the fuck. But I feel like all of them should have been like that. And for the flex, yeah, absolutely. The vocals are probably my favorite part on this. Especially I'll Know You're Not Around, like that one. Just there's so much like emotion, but there's also, the aggression that goes with it with the screaming vocals, and everything else. So like just a mix of that and having everything just be kind of pushed to 11, with both the clean and the screams. God, can't talk. But yeah, I mean, those are my two.
All right. And for track highlights, so I kind of fucked up because I was like kind of just enthralled in listening to a lot of this, so I didn't write down as I was going along.
Yeah, me too.
But I will say, let me look. The first track, the opening track, I Don't Belong Anywhere. Extremely solid. It had a lot of like fast stuff in that one that I really like. So you get a lot of like high energy just like right off the bat. So I really like that one. Revenge and Carnage, like I said, very interesting. Having like it's a very kind of like mid-tempo song, but still also sounds like very huge and heavy, very aggressive. And then, like I said, in the music video, that really pretty section as well. Like I don't know if we count that in the album or not. Whatever. And Heaven Departs. I think that's the last track. Or wait, no, that's the one.
That's the second to last.
Second to last one. Yeah. That one is another one that has like a really cool balance between the clean singing and the screams. And also like there's a little part in there that you really have to like listen to. For the breakdown call out, she says this like one lyric about falling on your sword, and then martyrs falling on the sword. And then the last part before the final breakdown, she sings this like little intro. And when the breakdown goes, it mixes the lyrics from that first breakdown where she, screams, and then the singing part. So it like layers them on top of each other, and they're like going back and forth. But just like really cool, like little thing of songwriting that you don't really get a lot of. I really like that part. And then of course the last song with that huge. You get the whole like pretty love song basically, and then the very end is like this really raw, like you get lots of like feedback in the guitar, nasty screams. You get even like the backup like screamer guy, the guitarist comes in and does some parts too. It's just like very raw, big breakdown for the ending. So those are my track highlights. Jordan.
Yeah, I forgot to write some stuff down, but I'll Know You're Not Around. That was one of the first singles that they put out, and I heard that one. And so like I love that song since then. That one's really good. Just like the perfect blend with the heaviness and like the really pretty stuff. So good. Heaven Departs, yeah, that one was really, really good. I like the repeated lines at the end, really drives it home and really just so creative the way that they layer like those two sections from previous in the song, almost like a prog, like a prog song there. And then Flesh Stays Together, the last one. That one was just so different than everything else. But then it comes in at the very end with that fucking breakdown. It's just like disgusting. Probably one of the heaviest breakdowns on the fucking entire album, and it's like the last thing you hear. So really, really good. Other than that, I didn't really write too many things down. So I'll have to go back and then I don't know, figure those out. But I mean, all of these songs are like so consistently good. So like literally any of these songs could probably be like my track highlights.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like I said, I was just like the whole thing was just like really good. So, so what would you rate this then?
I'm gonna give it a 10. I think they did the thing. They pushed the last album to 11. They got rid of a little bit of the more fun kind of stuff, but like this is so much more consistently like just interesting. Like the breakdowns are longer, the songs are more interesting, like the structures are more interesting. It's not just verse, chorus, verse, the entire album, just so good across the board. Drums amazing, snare tone absolute peak. Just like I don't know, man. There's really no like complaints on this album other than like production,
Yeah.
bass being not loud enough.
Yeah, nitpicks. Which I mean, 10 out of 10 doesn't always mean, there's not anything wrong. It just means like it's fucking good. That's how good it is. In fact, when it's so good that it can overdo the negatives. So yeah, I agree with you as well. 10 out of 10. I don't even remember if I think we might have given the last one a 9. I think I might have given it a 10 because of like the emotional stuff, which there is emotional stuff in this. It's a little bit different emotion, like I said. A lot more doomy, even in the lyrics. But still, like Jordan said, just there's like a lot of different kind of progression, and even the breakdowns sound different. They're not just like, here's a breakdown, doom, 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 doom. It's like they change it up. They add in like different types of vocals. They'll layer in some clean singing and stuff on top of the breakdowns. They do a lot of like just really interesting stuff. And it's just like that big fucking tone of the guitars and everything. It's just like it feels very impactful. And yeah, so yeah, this is a pretty much a perfect album. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for both of us. Great job, Dying Wish. Very solid. And very happy with the release. We very looking forward to this, and it panned out perfectly. So great job to Dying Wish. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know your thoughts and your rating on the score. We can talk about it. Don't forget to come by our live streams that we do every Friday night, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch. Always on Twitch, sometimes also on YouTube, where we currently are right now, when we listen to the albums and talk about them and record these little sections. So other than that, that's about it. Old Head Mike signing off, reminding you, never too old for this. There you go. All right, we are done. In Axeros, in case you didn't see my comment, I typed it in while Jordan was talking. You said, "Can I make a song request?" And I said, "Sorry, we are extremely behind right now. We're like 40 fucking minutes behind." But so sometimes, I mean, we're just reviewing albums. We normally don't do song requests. Every once in a while, we might do one or two, but maybe next time. Sorry, we're about to end. So I appreciate you asking though. And appreciate everybody for coming and watching us over on YouTube and Twitch. Dallas in here, J-Mac, Seindorf, Carry the Spark was in here. I think a few others. I'm going to scroll all the way back up, but we appreciate everybody for coming. Reminder, like I said, we do this every Friday. So hope to see you there. Yeah, about time. Gotta go eat some dinner. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming, and we'll see you next week. Old Ed Mike, Young